only legitimate body that is authorized to engage in the process of dissolving the party as per Article 36 of the party constitution is the leadership at Najjanankumbi, and we give respect and honor to our party chairman, who is not Waswa Birigwa, but the Honorable Jack Sabiti. So our colleagues at Katonga have no locus of dissolving the party. They don't have control over anything in the party. They can only continue in clownish posturing that we see written everywhere in whatever they do. And it's really very surprising that the man that is even made to read the resolutions, Elias Lukwago, to dissolve this party, does not know where we came from. He has no clue whatsoever what it took to form this party, to maintain it above political water. He has no clue whatsoever about the pain that we have endured in sustaining this party. And he comes here making fun about the funeral of the FDC. Lukwago, who has put nothing, absolutely nothing, to this party, is the person who would want to bury this party. And I want to invite our members listening to us in this country and all over the world to look at this critically and to analyze the intention of Lukwago, who has been running from party to party, killing these political organizations. This is also an opportunity for me to reach out to our friends who would like to associate with this kind of group, that they do that at the risk of their political extinction. The other day I heard Dr. Besigye inviting political organizations to work with them so that they may do the same thing that they are trying to do with the FDC. This is a warning I am sounding especially to Luchamuzi, whose party I understand our friends are going towards. He must be aware of killers of political parties, including Lukwago and Semuju. Our colleagues' resolution to form a new political party as per their constitution, we in the leadership of the FDC have no objection with this kind of arrangement. The Constitution of Uganda guarantees the freedom of association, which we respect. And they will not be the first group to start a new party from the FDC fold. The country will appreciate that in 2010, the Honorable Betty Olive Namisango Kamea Turuomwe, having disagreed with Dr. Kizza Besigye, the Dr. Kizza Besigye administration, broke away from the FDC and formed the Uganda Federal Alliance. She didn't quarrel while living. She didn't set conditions while living. Betty Olive Kamea was a founder member of the FDC. We sat with her at Bonita, even while Dr. Besigye was out of the country in exile, to form the FDC and to endorse Dr. Kizza Besigye as our first president. But she walked out of the FDC. She expressed her issues and went away in peace. Similarly, in 2019, our immediate former party president, Major General retired Gregory Mugisha Muntu, formed the Alliance for National Transformation. Muntu is such a decent man. He came to Najjanankumbi to hand over office to me. He later came to Najjanankumbi in my office to inform me that he was carrying out a countrywide consultation. We kept talking to each other in the hope that General Muntu and the team that wanted to depart at the time would stay within the fold. He told me there were irreconcilable differences that probably I didn't know about, and it was time for him to leave. He left in peace. And so my expectation from our friends from Kadonga would have been for them to do whatever they would have loved to do, including countrywide consultations that they did, and took a decision to live in peace. It is therefore ridiculous that Dr. Kizza Besigye and his team would find it convenient to kill the FDC first before forming another organization. And that is an indictment on them. The Katonga purported National Delegates Conference resolved to extend their term, their so-called interim leadership, led by one Elias Lukwago. We want to observe that in our party constitution, there is no provision for interim leadership. It is ridiculous, foolery, clownish, ultra-vires to assign anybody such a position. We shall treat their resolutions with the contempt that they deserve. We would like to diagnose the underlying problems as follows. Generally, the situation that has happened in Katonga is similar to a neighbor coming to take a decision in a house he doesn't own. Just like attempting to sell land or property he doesn't own. We have been treated to decola politics by our colleagues in Katonga, which group has been run as a cult. These are fun makers, comedians, who even really talk knowing that the law is not with them. I even wonder which law school Lukwago actually went to. I think the law council needs to question, the integrity of the qualifications of Lukwago. I have seen him trying to argue cases, but you see a man who exercises politics in court, and he thought he would do that with us here. Authority here drive their own interests down our throat, using Dr. Kizza Besigye as a prop. We said to them, we will not allow our party to be taken by anybody, no matter his political size or weight. This actually makes me believe that there is a very big fundamental problem with the so-called made in 1986 political group or model. These bush war people who came to this country through the bush, seem to be behaving the same way. who have over time proven to be the same. Everything Ugandans know about Mr. Museveni, Colonel Kizza Besigye seems to be three or twofold of it. Up to now, no, Mr. Museveni has never dreamt of life outside the presidency, with more ambiguities on the succession plan, which we are really calling on him to begin talking about. It's worse with our brother Colonel Besigye, for as long as he is not the leader of this party or has a proxy here in Najjanankumbi or any anti-government organization, the country and the entire world has no person that can serve better than him. And this is where the problem is. Underlooking others, undermining others. We have lived with this here in the FDC. We have dealt with this here in the FDC. But by and large, we have marched on unabated. Some of the things that hurt the group in Katonga is the fact that we have managed this FDC party to progress, to prosperity, taken it to the country without them. They never imagined a time when an election would be conducted without them and a certain level of success registered. But we made a statement to them in 2021 that without Dr. Kizza Besigye, without Lukwago supporting what we're doing here, we still could participate in an election and return results. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate our friends who are committed to the party, who have resisted the confusion caused by our friends in Katonga and stayed steadfast in the activities and support for the party. You will read that according to Dr. Besigye, General Muntu was bad for the party and therefore branded a mole and had to be hounded out of the party. And I want to say something a little bit about this. I was in the center of this all as a candidate. And my team began to foment this rumor. And I asked Ingrid, are you sure Muntu is a mole? And she said, without any shade of doubt, he is a mole. Poor man was harassed here. Dr. Besigye and his wife, Dr. Winnie Byanyima, came here, harassed Muntu, wanting him to resign. At an appropriate time, we will attend our apology to Muntu on behalf of those people. Now, even me, who succeeded General Muntu, together with the Secretary General, Honorable Nathan Nandala Mafabi, when we refused to serve the interests of Dr. Besigye, when we refused to be his stooges, we branded all sorts of names like sellouts, Engata, Ebikoko, and all other tribes of names that one can ever think of. I can assure you that even in his political, even his current political peg boys will fall out with him should they attempt to be independent-minded. They are this breed of politicians who hate people who have got political independence and reason objectively using their brains. They want to control people, and this is something that we rejected in the FDC, and it has caused some of the problems that we have endured. The world, the country and the world can now see for themselves that the allegation advanced by Dr. Kizza Besigye against the leadership of the FDC were intended to tarnish the Secretary General and myself out of selfish personal considerations. We saw how the team was busy discrediting the leadership of the party, yet this group is even more questionable than those they intend to blackmail. Clearly, Dr. Kizza Besigye has surrounded himself with characters of questionable reputation, knowingly, but has kept silent for his own political expedience. We will now examine some of these people.